So let's talk about Devin Haney, the regular WBC lightweight champion of the world. As we all know, or if you guys don't know yet, he has a big fight coming up against George Kambosos Jr. on the 5th of June, June 5, 2022, over at the Marvel Stadium in Melbourne, Australia, to be shown live on ESPN here in the United States of America. I know the poster says Saturday, June 4, but this poster is for the US fight fans. The fight is actually taking place on a Sunday over in Australia, but it will be shown live here in the States for States fans on June 4, prime time, nighttime of June 4. So yeah, keep that in mind when June 4 comes. It's gonna be June 5 in Australia, but June it will be shown live June 4 here in the States, just to keep it simpler. So anyway, it's a big fight. Devin Haney has been given the opportunity to now fight for all the belts: IBF, WBO, WBA. Now, going into this fight, there has been a lot of disputes and conversations, arguments talking about who the real, whether George Kambosos Jr. is the real undisputed champion, because Devin Haney holds that regular WBC belt, and George Kambosos holds that WBC franchise belt. And in a recent, he was a recent guest to the Zone show, and Michael Benson recently quoted him in the Zone show. Michael Benson writes for Talksport.com, to those who don't know, and he tweeted this, and I quote, it reads, "Devin Haney has stated that he won't accept the WBC franchise title if he beats George Kambosos Jr. on June 4th. And it quotes Devin Haney saying, and I quote, it reads, "Nah, franchise is not really my thing. I'm already the champion. Why do I need the franchise for?" And for me, the way I look at it is, yeah, like, get rid of that franchise belt. Get rid of arguments of who the real WBC champion is. Just have one WBC belt, and why can't it be just that regular belt that that Devin Haney currently has? Why not? It's WBC has gotten very greedy when they decided to implement the franchise belt following the WBA model of having a super champion and regular champion. Greedy mother effers, man. All they just want that fees. They want more fees from fights, and that's why they decided to do it. They did it with they started off with Canelo when Canelo didn't want to fight his mandatory, which didn't really matter to begin with because Canelo moved up in weight. Um, so so yeah, and I think they have Juan Francisco Estrada in the lower weights. He's a franchise champion too. It's ridiculous. The WBC is just making it harder for fans to follow who the real champion is. And again, like I said, it's just them being greedy. Just them being greedy mother effers, trying to get those sanctioning fees from these fighters for belts that don't really mean much. And I feel bad for Devin Haney because he was here. He won the belt. Well, he didn't really win the belt. He got the belt via email. That's why people are making fun of him, because he didn't really beat somebody to win that belt. But he finally got the belt, and he's proud of himself, this and that. But people are mocking him, saying that he's not really a real champion, this and that. And and he paid those fees to become a champion, but he's not really a champion. So it's just ridiculous. And I'm glad that he's decided not to take that WBC franchise belt. And honestly, same for George Kambosos. If Kambosos wins his fight against Devin Haney, he shouldn't get there should be only one WBC champion. It doesn't have to be a regular or franchise champion. So hopefully, whoever wins will just keep that WBC belt, just the WBC belt, and doesn't accept the other one, because it honestly creates a lot of confusion. A lot of fans don't know a lot of people out there don't know that there are 4 recognized world titles, and 2 of those world titles have regular champions and super champions, WBA and WBC. I know the WBA is doing their best to kind of fix it, but they're still out there. They're still out there, and the WBC has introduced it. It's ridiculous. ridiculous. So, man, it's gonna be a good fight. I honestly just can't wait. And again, this fight that's coming up on June 5 in Australia, will erase all the doubts, will erase all the confusions of who the real undisputed champion is. And I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Cannot wait. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.